Hey guys. So time for another daily tip for cash-based telehealth entrepreneurs. I hope that these have been helpful so far. Definitely let me know what else you might want help with. Hi, Lacey. So uh, when it comes to building business, if you don't have a plan, you are nowhere. At least in my opinion, I think, maybe the 0.5% of business owners can run around kind of chaotic, but if you don't have a plan, you're not going to get where you need to go. So like one thing that I think is really helpful when you are first starting off is obviously making a plan. And with that comes, what are you going to do with your time? How are you going to spend your days? Your work days, your free time, what is your week going to look like? All of that. So then that way you don't end up, like me sometimes, and you don't fall into a trap where you're just like working constantly and you're being really inefficient, and you're spending, like a lot of time just trying to create a plan. So like one of the biggest lessons that I've learned is when you are building a business and you're being an entrepreneur, you have to be decisive and you have to be willing to stick with that decision. So I think like the number one thing that you need to do is to create your own work schedule. A lot of us are working from home right now. We have families to take care of. You might have another job that you're doing from home. You have to have some kind of concrete schedule so that, when it comes to planning your week and planning your day, you know exactly what to expect. Instead of just trying to like fit in big projects or calls or whatever in different places, because then it gets really chaotic and really stressful and not helpful at all. So what I would suggest doing as an activity, I can post the outline that I use here in the group. But I would take a look at your week, and figure out, what obligations you already have, if you do have any, where your time needs to go. And I would block off those sections. And then you need to decide on your work schedule for your business, how many hours you're going to work every day, when you're going to work every day, how many days a week you're going to work. And then block out all the times. And then ideally, you follow that schedule. And then my suggestion too would be to include on that ideal week schedule time for self-care, as woo-woo as it sounds. And like that's suggested everywhere. You really need to have time where you take care of yourself, and like for me, it looks like getting up in the morning, doing a workout, eating breakfast, reading, taking a shower, and then getting ready for the day. And I feel like that really helps to set me up for success versus, some days when I am not following my own advice, I'll just wake up and start working and I will work for hours and hours and hours. And then I get really exhausted and stressed out, because, like I didn't set myself up for success for that day. So make sure that your work schedule includes time for self-care whenever you want to do it, whether it's the morning, the afternoon, the evening, whatever's best for you. Make sure it includes family time. That is really important. I know for a lot of you guys that I have talked to and for myself, like I wanted to take control of my business and my time so that I could spend more time with my family, spend more time with the people that you care about. And like just to be able to hang out with them versus, working constantly. And then I would also just include, downtime. Like when are you going to kind of like shut off and relax for the evening and go to bed, just so that everything is scheduled out. So to kind of summarize, again, number one tip is to create yourself an ideal work schedule for the week. I would look at like a week at a glance, put in all of the times for things that you already have, obligations to, like if you have another job that you're doing right now, and then block off times where you're going to be working on your business and stick to it, because otherwise there's nothing. You have nothing and no direction. And then make sure that schedule includes time for you, whatever you feel like you need and is appropriate to take care of yourself. schedule time for your family, and then just schedule your downtime, so that you have work days and you have off days, or however you want to do it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and post the template in here, and just let me know if you have any questions.